Hello, my name is Justin, and I just wanted to show you the process that we use to stain these crosses, and I'll be walking you through it step by step. So the first thing we're going to do is we take a blank one of these. It's going to be blank here. The very first step, we spray paint it black. The front, we spray paint the front black. We spray paint the bottom half red. Let that dry, of course. Flip it over. And then we're going to spray paint the sides black. Which, just roughly, at an angle all the way around. Then we let that dry. And then we're going to basically have it's going to end up looking like that. Okay? Then we're going to take this 4-inch roller brush. We've got a little white here. And we dip the brush in the paint. I usually get a flat surface like this. And I dab off any excess because you don't want to get white paint in your letters. So then after we dip it, dab off the excess, we then roll it white. Let it dry and do it 2 times. Do it a second time. That way none of your previous colors are coming through the white. That's only one coat here. And you can see that you can see the color underneath the white. So after this dries, you do it one more time, and then you have a finished product to where all you can see are the black letters and the red flame and the black sides. And that's the ideal product. Then our next step is, our stain is antique maple. Did we do this or no?
No, I'll put it in on the other one.
Okay. I daub and just kind of. Okay, now after I do the border, I just go back around it and make sure the layering is the same texture all the way around. Okay. Next is honey maple. And really on the smaller ones, you don't need much, but on a bigger cross this is very important because it's the middle. It gives the dark something to blend into. And like I say, on these little crosses it's hard to tell, but once you get it applied, you're going to see lines to where you can see dark and you can see light. Let it set for just a second, maybe 20 seconds. That way it has time to soak into the piece, cross, whatever. And then all you do is you just very lightly go back over the entire thing. Not the edges, but the middle, wherever the line is, and it blends. It blends that entire thing in. See, now you've got dark on the outside, you've got light in the middle, and you don't have a line. It's all fused together. It's blended together. Okay. Our next thing is red mahogany. I use Cabot brand the ministry uses Cabot brand red mahogany because it's got a deeper, richer red. Okay. Now we're using an old sheet or t-shirt or something, and I just make sure there's not a lot of stain on the rag, but there's enough. And then I approach the same thing like I did the first stain. And I just really lightly go around the, see how light that is? I very lightly go around the edge. And don't hit the same spot twice. If it's a little light, that's okay. Just don't go back over it. You're going to have a solid line, and you'd be better off not having a line at all than a solid line. See how light that is? It's a little darker there than lighter, but that's okay, because this is one of the most important things. We're using the same brand gel stains as we are dark walnut Minwax, because Cabot brand Minwax is lighter and it doesn't have the desired effect. Through trial and error, we figured this out the hard way. So your branding is really important. So that's what we're going to use for the second stain. And the same way I did with the red, I'm doing with the brown. And you can see how it's layering. You can see that it just kind of sits right on top of that red. Because too much. So we just laid the brown border on top of the red very lightly. This is our last step. It is golden oak Cabot wood stain. You can use Cabot or Minwax golden oak. That is the one thing that doesn't matter. Very lightly, just like everything else. Just very lightly. Enough to blend everything in. See how everything is blended? That was because I layered it correctly. If you layer things too thick, then you're just going to have to approach it a different way. But the way that I've showed you is the most effective way, through trial and error. Last piece, we've got everything layered. Now we take off our excess, which I've layered it, pretty much perfectly, so there's not much excess, so you can't really see. But it is kind of blending everything together, and it's bringing your letters up. It's raising your letters, which also makes your borders appear darker as well. And you only stay in the center of the cross. And that, my friends, is it.